The first big question, why do things not work out as I want in my reality? There was a man named Nicodemus in the Bible. He came to Jesus Christ at nighttime and said, "Teacher, what must I do to be saved?" And he responded, "You have to become born again." Nicodemus wondered how a man could become born again when he is already grown, or would he have to enter back into his mother's womb? But Jesus Christ answered him saying, "You have to be baptized with water and the Spirit, else he cannot enter the kingdom of heaven." The water baptism there signified cleansing, the washing away of old thoughts and old ways of life and move towards purity, while the Spirit baptism represented a pure shift inwardly into the mind absent from the illusion of this reality, and the kingdom of heaven thereof represented a state of mind filled with joy and true peace, as described in the Bible. In his presence there is fullness of joy. Psalm 16:11. A man's current reality is purely dependent on 5 important factors: beliefs, identity, emotional charged thoughts, emotional convictions, attention or focus. These 5 simple but crucial factors are what determines a man's current reality. Your beliefs, the truths you hold dear, your identity, the person you say you are at a particular time, your emotional charged thoughts, the thoughts that have a strong hold of your emotions, your emotional convictions, the knowing you have in your heart, and finally your attention or focus, the basic things you place your focus on. So just like Nicodemus, we all have gotten to that point that we realize that our strict religious hunger hasn't given us peace and eternal assurance. You notice something is lacking, and then just like Nicodemus did, you begin to ask questions and seek for answers. He had gotten to a point where he needed to know who he truly was and why he couldn't get things done in his reality, because it was recorded in the Bible that he had first come to Jesus Christ at nighttime saying, "Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest except God be with him." Hence he wondered how could a man just like him would perform such miracles, and he wondered if there could have been a torn in his own armor, or better still, he pondered on the big question why things did not work as he wanted in his reality, which made him to ask, "Teacher, what must I do to be saved?" There was a point in my life where no matter whatever I did, it just seemed as though I would hit rock bottom the moment I got started, despite how hard I tried to make things work. Trust me, I prayed so hard, I fasted, I did good deeds, but when I looked around me, it just felt like the unworthy people always received all just what I had wanted, and me, I was left with basically nothing. My finance would finish just the moment I needed it the most, or bills rushing in the moment I got a paycheck. It was a torn in my own armor. What should I do? I asked, because I had gotten almost to my breaking point, my own elastic limit. It was at that point I asked the first big question, why do things not work out as I want in my reality? Indeed, I needed answers because I was no longer making sense out of reality. One day I came across a YouTuber, Nero Knowledge, a real eye-opener. I call him my John the Baptist because his words sparked something powerful in me. But here's the key. What I took from that message and built upon is what makes my approach unique. Let me show you. Your frequency, which is your rate of vibration when sustained, becomes your current reality. What do I mean by that? As steam solidifies to form ice, so also if your rate of vibration when sustained and maintained becomes your frequency, which is a specific energetic signature in the universe, it then becomes your reality. As such, an alteration in your rate of vibration equals an alteration in your frequency and hence your reality. The question now becomes, how do I change my rate of vibration so as to change my frequency? The answer is simple. Now let's go back to the 5 crucial factors I mentioned at the beginning of the video: beliefs, identity, emotional charged thoughts, emotional conviction, and attention or focus. The moment you are able to change these 5 crucial factors, instantly you become to experience a shift in your frequency and a change in your reality. So start today by believing you are already in your desired reality, that is your beliefs. See yourself as the version of you in your desired reality, that is your identity. Think positive thoughts aligned with you. Being in your desired reality, that is your emotional charge. Thoughts, as this follows the law of assumption. Have a knowing that your desired reality already exists, that is your emotional conviction. And lastly, place focus on only things you want in your reality, that your attention or focus. Now the ingredients needed are in your hands. Start now.